There was a time we played a gig in Basingstoke and we went to Macca's, and then I odds on Ben to put a load of chips in his pocket whilst we walked back to the gig, and then he got it, and that was pretty funny because it was Ben walking around with fucking chips in his pocket.
Okay. Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Tom from UDS with another edition of the Quarantine Sessions, where I chat to people a lot cooler than myself in the wonderful land of lockdown. Now, my guest this week is a band who harken back to the golden age of British alternative music, straddling that sweet spot between rock, punk, and metal. They're one of my favourite bands, and I'm sure they'll soon be one of yours. Arguably the most handsome act performing today, Ben, Brogan, and Will from Arid Wave.
Easy.
I mean, you don't get those kinds of intros with Kerrang, I'll tell you that much already. How are you guys doing in these strange times that we live in?
Yeah, all right. Hanging in there, you know?
More than fine. Like drinking a bit, but like, it's good. Got a beer now.
That's it. I mean, it's Friday afternoon here, so I mean, what else are you going to do? I mean, just because we're not working doesn't mean you can't keep up the rituals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, too right, mate.
Usually as soon as 4 o'clock hits, that's kind of beer time.
Well, I mean, it's never not cocktail o'clock here, but obviously we've chatted a few times. We're all friends here, and you can actually read an interview that I've done with Arid Wave before in the UDS files, which is glitching in and out of reality here, but you'll take my word for it. It's a great interview in here, and if you want a copy, just let me know. So I've been trying to think up some questions that you guys haven't been asked before, either by me or any other publication. And the first one is one I have asked you before, but we'll get it out of the way. For the unfortunate few who haven't heard of Arid Wave, would you mind just quickly introducing the band?
Go on, Ben.
Yeah,
Go on,
Ben. That's Will. I'm Ben. Yeah, we're from Southampton. It's just big riffs and good times.
What more could you want? What more could you want? And obviously, last time we chatted for the zine, I asked you what kind of sandwich you would be, and that's the baseline. That's the vanilla questions. I'm going to ask those top tier, top shelf questions, and that is so people know a little bit more about what Arid Wave stands for, and you know what their whole vibe is. If Arid Wave was a type of condiment, what condiment would Arid Wave be?
Oh, God. Oh, something spicy, I reckon.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, I'd say sriracha, but we'll hate sriracha, so...
It's just fucking normie, isn't it?
I've got to be honest, I love my spicy sauces. Sriracha isn't a bit of me. I like those more Mexican sort of tomatoey sauces.
Cholula? We're going to say Cholula?
Cholula.
I'm fine with Cholula.
Yeah,
I'm
you were
good
talking
with Cholula, mate.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Cholula.
There you go. Arid Wave, the Cholula of music. And I mean, I can't think of a better endorsement than that. So at the time of recording, your latest single is Check My Phone. And it's a bit of a departure from your regular sound, I think it's fair to say.
I thought you were going to say, and it's pretty depressing.
No, I would never say anything like that. But what was sort of the reason or the thinking behind sort of departing from your regular kind of sound?
I think, I don't know, the song kind of like it all sort of came up from a bass riff Brogan sort of brought to the table, that sort of, you know, like chorusy bass riff, and like we just sort of like let it play out, and that's just kind of the way that the song went. I think it just wanted to be a ballad, and then
we had extra time in the studio, didn't we? And we thought, like, fuck it, let's just do it out. We think we got it done in like an hour, didn't we?
Yeah, we literally just like jammed out and ended up just being this quite nice sounding thing, which is unusual because we usually make nice horrible sound.
Nice,
But
horrible.
I think the circumstances of the pandemic and what's going on, I think it was the timing of releasing it, I think, was really good.
Yeah.
The bummy out vibe that everyone had, but it's kind of uplifting, I guess.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I mean, the video is great because it's just got so many dogs in it. It's got so many dogs in it.
Yeah.
And I mean, what more could you ask for? But obviously, Checking My Phone Out came out a little while ago, sort of a month or two ago. And sort of as de facto, I'm declaring myself now as sort of president of the Arid Wave fan club. We all want to know, on behalf of every single one of us, when's the album coming out, boys? Like when is there going to be an album?
There's definitely going to be new music. We've got a song recorded that's going to be put out whenever we get a chance to put it out. For the time being, we're sort of sticking to the single thing. I think like the guy we're working with, Tom, at the moment, has sort of said, like, at the level we are now, like releasing singles sort of sporadically is better than sort of dumping like a big bunch of tracks, potentially like no one hearing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could say the rest of the Arid Wave fan club, if there's more than one person in it. Yeah, more music coming, just maybe not in the form of an album.
That's cool. I mean, that does make sense. I mean, it's just selfishly because I just want more music. But yeah, absolutely, spreading it out does make sense from a marketing point of view. But you're saying there's at least one song written, so there is stuff on the horizon.
We've got like a small pick and mix bag of riffs and kind of songs we've made, which I sort of banged. Because like I was seeing a mate of mine yesterday, and he was showing me some of his demos from his band, and I was just getting really fucking like, I really want to like get our shit recorded because it sounds really fucking sick. But like it's just really wanting to just play tunes again because some of the fucking stuff we've written is like really, really cool.
Well,
there's some cool stuff on the horizon for sure. Like, so we've got one recorded and ready to put out, but we have got like maybe like 3 or 4 other songs like that. We're sort of writing and sort of messing about at the moment. So
how are you sort of bouncing, the writing process in quite restrictive conditions that we live in right now?
It's I think it's just a thing of us like sort of like getting down like bits and just sort of showing each other. Like Brogan sent me a few bass riffs. Like I've been like chucking a few riffs in voice notes. I mean, Will's always making up guitar bits as well. I mean, if anything, I've been sort of selfishly working on my like a little bedroom EP.
Oh, it is the plug. Get out of the way, man. Go on.
I got mine, so go get yours and get the hell out of my home. I got mine, so go get yours. I got mine, so go get yours and get the hell out of my home. I got mine, now go get yours.
Yeah, I think we've been more. Yeah, we've sort of been doing little bits, but I think we do have quite a lot of stuff like we're sort of sitting on at the moment. So I think we're all just sort of yearning to sort of get back in the practice room and sort of jam some shit out. So that's how the majority of our stuff happens. It's usually us 3 in a room, like hacking out ideas and stuff. So
yeah. The way we write songs, it usually just sort of starts with a riff or something we made up. But usually, if we're making a riff, all 3 of us have to like kind of hum it. That like if someone's doing it live, you'd be there like shit like that, just really dumb stuff. But
that's the benchmark. If everyone can sort of hum along to it, then you're onto a winning riff.
Yeah, no, pretty much.
If anyone could either hum or bounce to it, then we're onto a winner.
Absolutely.
It normally comes from, we'll repeat the riff just over and over again, and then one of us will do something different either at the beginning or the end, and it will just sort of click eventually. It'll be like, oh, that was sick, do that again.
So shit just happens as you're going along. Like we were doing a song a while ago, I think in March, and like we went all the way through it, and like it went a bit half-timey, and then it just got a bit sludgy, and you're like, ugh. And
so in the zine, when I chatted to you last, you said that one of the craziest tour stories, or just playing live stories you had, is when you were effectively in a war of noise with John Cleese, which is quite the headline. It's quite the headline. I just wanted to know if there's any other sort of crazy tour stories or playing live stories that you can share.
There was a time when we played a gig in Basingstoke and we went to Macca's, and then I odds on Ben to put a load of chips in his pocket whilst we walked back to the gig, and then he got it, and that was pretty funny because it was Ben walking around with fucking chips in his pocket.
Okay.
It's not really a tour story because it happened in Southampton, but we just released an EP, and at the end of the gig, we thought it'd be a good idea to smash everything, and and I threw my bass into Will's drum kit, and it was a really good show. Everyone was really happy with everything. And the sound guy Breach came up to us and was just like, "Dude, you broke 3 of my drum mics." So we had to give all the money that we made on the door back to him and then some.
No.
Yeah, all the money we made, I had to sell my Xbox 360, I think, at the time.
Did you? Oh God.
It wasn't too. It was just I wasn't really playing it that much anyway.
That's fine then. Wow, that's rock and roll. That's rock and roll.
It was a real because we didn't really think about it at the time, and then like it was sort of like we literally had people like in the crowd like being like the mics, and then but luckily we did manage to sort it all out, and we still have a great relationship with the joiners like now. So we managed to save our asses on that one, but we won't be doing that anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Breach said like, "Dude, that was sick, but you owe me like 150 quid."
I mean, as long as all the bridges are mended, then maybe save it for Wembley for the next time you do something like that.
Yeah,
that's fair.
We know not to do that next time if it's a really good show.
Absolutely. Well, again, another thing that we asked last time was if you could have a song featured in anything at all, what would it be? And Brogan, you said that you would quite dig, being a wrestling fan, having one of your songs as a wrestling entrance theme.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to sort of follow up on that and say, if you could pick one wrestler to have your music be featured with, who would it be?
Oh, God. Right now, there's a wrestler called Aleister Black for WWE. He's really sick. He's covered in tattoos, and he comes onto Code Orange already.
Mm-hmm.
He goes onto a Code Orange track, and but he just fits the vibe right in. He's just full of tattoos. He's sick. He can kick anyone in the face, and that'd be absolutely awesome to have one of our songs to come down to when he's kicking people's asses. That'd be really good.
Cool. Jeff Hardy's still doing bits.
Is who?
Jeff Hardy.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Hardy. Yeah, but you can't get rid of that theme, innit? He's synonymous for that.
Wow,
that's true.
Yeah, innit?
Well, I mean, Mass Transit, your single Mass Transit, that is about the Mass Transit incident, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, look it up, anyone watching at home, because I'm not going into all the grisly details. But I mean, that'd be pretty cool if you were doing like, I don't know, a biopic on Mass Transit, having that as the entrance of that poor fat kid.
Yeah,
that would be very good.
I mean,
unfortunately, he wrestled one match though. That's the thing.
And he almost got killed.
Yeah, we I initially put out like a little teaser of sort of like loads of clips of like Mass Transit talking and stuff when we were dropping the single, and it kind of just went by the wayside, which I was quite annoyed by.
Yeah.
I put a lot of work into that, but like I just remember when we were writing the song, it had a different title initially, and it just didn't really fit. And then Brogan told me about the Mass Transit thing, and I was like, yeah, we gotta like immortalize that in some way, and that's how it became the name of the thing.
Yeah.
What's really weird, I have no memory of ever recording Mass Transit. No, seriously, I've got no fucking memory of ever playing it, studio or anything. It's really.
That is very strange.
We've made a lot of music. There's been a lot of studio sessions.
Yeah, where did we do it?
I just can't. I got no idea.
Did Brad do it?
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh my word, I'm getting old.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of old, this is a segment that is as old as basically radio itself, and by that I mean that admission already, you know, it's plagiarized. It's Desert Island Disc time, and so obviously the concept is you're all stranded on your own quarantine islands. You can take one album, one movie, and one luxury item with you. What do you bring with you?
Ooh.
I think for me, I would take probably Race Car Backwards by Ruben.
Hell yeah.
Film-wise, I'd take probably The Witch. And then luxury item. What class is a luxury item?
It's basically anything else other than a movie or an album.
In that case, lager.
That's a luxury item.
Yeah.
For Will, it is, yeah. Bloody hell.
I've got mine.
All right, you're back on that. I'm still thinking.
My film I'd take would be Hot Tub Time Machine because that's my favourite film ever.
Of course, very, yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
My luxury item would probably be my vape because I'll die about nicotine. And
I changed mine. I probably need burn more than beer. I'd need burn.
And my album would probably be Pearl Jam's 10, just because it's very dynamic and it's a good mix of hard and soft songs, so I won't get bored of just one genre.
Now, Ben, you've had enough time. I need an answer.
Yeah, go on, mate. Crack on.
Right. Album, I'm going to say self-titled debut, Rage Against the Machine. I love a lot of albums, but that one was the one that really got me into like heavy music, so I'll probably say that. Film, I'm going to say the 2014 remake of Godzilla, because I know it'll really annoy Will.
Boo! Fucking garbage film.
That is the only film I've fallen asleep in the cinema watching.
I haven't even seen it yet.
And luxury item, probably I'd be an acoustic guitar, so I can jam out, because I'll probably go insane otherwise.
Solid choice. I mean, out of
band thing, and you were the only one that chose music, and like me and Brogan just hoot and burn.
beer and fags.
I mean, that is the holy trinity of rock and roll, though, isn't it? It's just booze, fags, and an acoustic guitar. What more do you need to start a band?
We've ticked every hole. You don't need more than 3 people in a band. We proved it now.
That's it. Well, I mean, we're getting to near the end of the interview now, and I mean, we're having a great time. I mean, Southampton are 1-0 up.
It's all good, mate.
It's all just going the way we want it. I mean, I'm a West Ham fan, so I don't really care. But as long as you guys are happy, I'm happy. But obviously, no one can plan for the rest of 2020. It's such a strange year, and anything could happen. But as best you can, what does the rest of this year have in store for Arid Wave?
Hopefully a couple more songs before the end of the year. The studio we're working at has now opened back up again, so hopefully we can get in and finish that track, shoot some music videos. Hopefully the gigs we have planned are still going to go ahead. Fingers crossed. How about you lads?
I mean, we've basically just trickled along as a band anyway, so we always seem to wind up doing something. Like it's very difficult to plan anything in this current climate.
Yeah,
but we always want to do more in terms of bigger gigs, more music, and just stuff like that. Like we're all right at doing it. We've done it for like 6 years now, so we could easily find someone else to do.
Absolutely. Well, fingers crossed after all this is over, it's bigger and better things. I cannot wait to hear the new music. But obviously, as I say, we've chatted before. I've said it 1,000 times. I probably should stop saying it now. But anyway, I've asked you what your favorite sharks are before, which is the traditional UDS outro questions. So I'm not going to do that again. There's no point. So I'm going to flip the script and I'm going to put it back towards you. And so I'm going to ask you, Arid Wave, what is your favorite kind of wave? And it can be Mexican, microwave, tidal. There's so many choices.
Yes, boy.
What's your favorite kind of wave?
Favorite kind of wave?
Oh, I was getting really excited for the shark things. I like.
Nah,
Could be a
no,
wave
sorry,
full of
son.
sharks.
A wave of sharks.
That sounds fucking scary.
It does sound scary.
Regal wave.
Regal wave. That's a good
Regal
wave.
wave.
That's a good wave.
Regal wave.
Fuck. What other waves are there?
I never thought that far ahead. I've got to admit, this was kind of a bit, and I didn't really expect a proper answer.
You got to let your imagination flow in this bit.
Yeah, a wave of imagination. There you go.
A wave
Oi.
of imagination.
Brainwave.
Brainwave. There you go. That's a good
Brainwave.
one.
You have
Right
to change your
there.
mind. Brainwaves. 2-0.
I-
Get in that wave. Good night.
Victory wave.
Victory wave.
John, I'm going to go with the one you said. I'm going to go for a Mexican wave. Love a good Mexican wave.
There you
Mexican
go.
waves are-
Cool.
I like a wave that's made of like gravy or like jelly.
Okay. What, together?
Yeah. No, not together. Because I really like gravy, like rich, savoury sauces and things.
Okay.
So I think if that crashing down on you, that'd be pretty sick. But then again, if you had jelly, what's harder than fucking swimming though? Probably jelly, because you're more likely to drown in that than gravy.
I've got to think about this. Would you drown in jelly? Or because is it technically a liquid or is it a solid? It's kind of that weird in between.
It's a bit
Yeah.
of both. I guess it would kind of be like quicksand, maybe, depending on how tightly packed the jelly is or wherever the jelly's coming from.
Can I please make a request that your next music video, whenever that may be, you fill an entire swimming pool or a bath, if you know, whatever, with jelly, and you just do something with it. I mean, let Will have his wish of just being on a wave of jelly.
That would see. I remember watching a thing like apparently it's really hard to make jelly like out of a fridge. What would the gravy thing we could do in a bath? Like a lot of gravy. Oh mate, you'd fucking stink.
Yeah, because Ed does it in Ed, and Eddie, doesn't
I was
he?
just thinking Ed and Eddie. This is
Yeah,
Ed and Eddie.
He just has a bathtub full of gravy.
Yeah, well,
got to think
bathtub
about
full of gravy, definitely.
what's worse to get in your hair. Because I remember like saying a thing about like if you were getting banged, what would you rather have rain down on your head, an entire roast dinner, or a portion of chicken curry and chips?
That's a tough one.
Oh, now we're asking the questions now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We flip the script.
What food would you rather get in your hair?
The tables have turned.
I mean, I want to say roast. I feel like curry, the spice in the curry is going to stay in your hair no matter how much you try and wash it.
Yeah, that's the point.
So fucking grainy.
What kind of curry are we talking? Are we talking like chip shop curry sauce, or
Like I'm talking like Chinese curry.
I mean, no,
Yeah,
I don't want. I want that in my mouth, but nowhere else.
If it's a Balti Sarg, you're in trouble, mate. I'll tell you.
Yeah. I think we've gone off on a tangent that's gone far further than I ever thought it would. But I've enjoyed every second.
This ain't making the cut. This is going to be on the cut.
This is absolutely making the cut. Don't you worry.
This is what Arid Wave is like raw. Like if you're in the car with us and we're going to the show, these are the conversations we have.
Well, yeah, we just chat a fucking nonsense all the time. I'm like, it's really funny.
Will bought a pack of dill in the car with us when we went to do a show in London, and I was still picking dill out of my car about a week later.
Oh yeah.
What? Why? Why did you buy dill?
So what I did was because I'm like the rule is like if you're driving anywhere, I'm always in the front seat. Just that's the rule. I can have the window down. I can have a burn. And well, obviously, it's always great to wind Brogan up, but like not in like a horrible way, but obviously a really funny way. So I decided we were all getting food from Tesco's, but rather than buying a sandwich, I bought some rolls, some sandwich filler, and some dill. And I was just fucking making sandwiches, getting crumbs fucking everywhere. Like I think I actually put some dill in like a couple of burns for a laugh. Felt a bit weird after. It was definitely wasn't like drugs, but it was odd. Yeah.
I can imagine. But Zoom is just about threatening to kick us out because we're running long. So the last thing I have to ask you guys is, where can people find Arid Wave online?
Go on, Ben.
Ben, go on, say now. Ben.
What?
Ben,
What?
say the stuff.
Right, Arid Wave on Facebook, Arid Wave on Facebook, Arid Wave UK on Insta, Who Are Arid Wave on Twitter. You think I would have made it all the same thing, but
Oh, we're in exactly the same boat.
and I think we're Arid Wave UK on YouTube as well.
Very cool. Well, guys, this has been an absolute blast. Hopefully we can do this again in future sometime. But thank you so much for your time today. Good luck with the rest of 2020. And can't wait to hear any more of the new music that's coming.
Cool.
Sweet.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Absolutely. Well,
Yes, boss.
Well, I hope Southampton win, and I hope anyone watching at home has enjoyed this. Make sure to hit subscribe and do all the other YouTubey stuff, more interviews with cool people. Make sure to check My Phone on all of the cool streaming sites. We'll put a link to everything in the description, and we shall catch you next time.